Hey there, future me. It's Thursday morning. We're back on schedule. It's like I guess it was morning under an hour ago. And hey, I haven't oh man, I'm already fluffing this up already. I haven't talked to you since last year. Bet you never heard that one before. Or I guess well, as I'm saying it, I must have heard it before. But yeah, it's been about what over or not over, but I guess a little under a month I think since the last audio. I think I recorded it like on the it's been about a month. That's besides the point. Um, so I guess what happened since then? I guess I just the holidays pretty much like school has started, the semester is kicked up just like this week. Not much is going on. I guess like not really taking any classes, so it's really just a matter of I guess on the proposal grind now, right? Trying to grind out like some like NASA thing that's like due pretty soon. Probably should have done it over the break, but I just kind of I squandered my time on things that were non-academic. Truly, God forbid, right? Who would ever do such a thing? And so now I'm staring down the barrel of, well, I guess my first proposal. So just as I finished the candidacy calendar, took a photo of it, and then erased it, thinking I'm not going to have to make a calendar again. There's another calendar now, and it's for the proposal. So that's fun, I guess. It's really right now, I guess, just trying to get back into the rhythm, and I don't really think I have too much time because in what, like 2 weeks time, yeah, a little bit under 2 weeks, I'm gonna get like thrown over to DC for some like thing, and like we get to like it's basically just lobbying from what I understand, or I get to do like a cool lobbying thing and then do some like weird leadership networking stuff, but I won't have like that whole week to do anything, so that's kind of whack. Um, this was not going as planned. I was planning on talking about winter break because I feel like I need to remember all the things that happened over winter break. So what happened? I guess I flew out of town. Kind of sucked. The flight got delayed by like a whole 8 hours, and like we couldn't get on any like other flights because it's like, oh, the flight's not canceled. It's just delayed. So it was like kind of sitting in the airport for an awfully long time, and I was being stupid, and I didn't know that they were giving us like these lunch vouchers. So I just kind of like snacked on the stuff that I brought with me, which was just like 2 sticks of string cheese. So that was pretty solid. Um, Saw my dad for the first time in 2.5 years. That was I don't know. It's just like it's your dad, right? Like shit. Like what else am I supposed to say? Like he's there, I guess like picked me up from the airport, like went back, gave me a hug, almost cried. It was a it's I guess it's a bit weird to say it out loud, but yeah, no, it was good. We didn't really go anywhere in particular. I suppose he just kind of like stayed at his place. I didn't really want to go anywhere. It was just nice to spend time with him and just talk about things. Although I suppose he's living much. I don't know. I guess it's just the matter of the twin IKEA bed frame versus the queen size air mattress, right? I guess pick your poison. I personally like my bed compared to the what is it like the queen size air mattress, just because I feel like the air mattress is a bit like bouncier, but yeah, I don't know. Like he's not going to be in his like current place much longer because he's like I don't know, got like relocated. I don't know like the proper word is, but he's getting like bopped around. So he's like gearing up to move anyway. So he was giving me a bunch of stuff. Got like a ton of like winter clothes like I brought over. I guess whenever we like first drove out. Um, oh yeah, and I also got a Switch. He got me a Switch, or he didn't mean to get me a Switch. He signed up for like some internet thing, and they just came with a Switch, and he was like, "Can I cash this out?" And they were like, "No." I was like, "Well, son, I have never given you a console. Buying you Minecraft was probably one of my biggest regrets, as you still keep playing it even after like a decade. Uh, but I also have, I also trust that you're an adult now. So here's a Switch." It's like, all right, cool. So I have a Switch now. I don't intend to buy any games on it for the time being because I feel like I have a lot more things to go through in the Steam library. I need to be disciplined. All besides, like those games are Switch games look really expensive anyways. So yeah. So yeah, I guess like what we do. I guess we just talked about things like made lots of. I guess like I don't know. Just living with my dad was pretty weird, right? I guess like I haven't really lived. I guess with like my dad in well quite some time. Kind of reminds me of whenever I went back home during COVID and was living with my dad again. And it was very strange to get back into that. that rhythm of like, huh, my dad exists and he goes to sleep much earlier than I do. And so whenever like, it's like what 10 or something, he goes to bed and I'm just like still on my computer, and if he wakes up at midnight and sees that I'm awake, he's like, "Man, what are you doing?" It's like, "Man, I'm doing important things, guys, I promise. Totally not like trying to throw together like the Christmas special or anything." So yeah, I don't know. It was good. It was good to see him. I certainly should do this more often and be less of a bastard of a son. Um, so yeah, I just hung out with him for, or lived with him for about a week, and then I flew back to like the hometown to, I guess, crash at like Clue's place. Um, just like on Christmas, like dude, the Christmas special was kind of rushed. Like I made like a whole like music score and stuff to get it all running up, recorded it like in the closet of like my dad's place, but didn't have time to edit it because like I was too busy like packing and stuff. And so like I guess I barely got it out on Christmas. I guess I didn't like it was like 6 p.m., but I was actually worried I wasn't gonna make it. Like I was hoping on finishing like editing and all that stuff like Christmas Eve, so I could just schedule it to upload like on Christmas morning, right? That'd be pretty cool. But no, I kind of ended up having to do it like once I got to Clues' place, and so Clues was like, he's just kind of like, all right, well, I know audio and stuff because like I've dabbled in all this like jazz before, so we're gonna have to figure all this out, like learn about like ranges and do all this like crazy stuff. I figure like in order to make better audio, I just need to get a better microphone. We don't talk about my singing. I thought it was all right. Thought it was cute, but the beginning is a little bit rough. I think if I listen to it, I just kind of I'm like wincing through until like what like there's more than two voices. Then it sounds a lot better. But yeah, so I guess I did that. Then what happened? Then we went to go hiking like pretty far. Like hiking I guess to, like the normal hiking spot that like we've basically gone to like what every like winter that I've been in town, barring like a few. We like went off trail because there was like a ton of people there as well. Because I guess like holidays right before New Year's, might as well go hiking, right? It got pretty spooky. Like off trail in the beginning was fine, but then like we went even more off trail, and by the time we got down, like the sun was down and it was kind of spooky. Like one of the guys hadn't been hiking like for quite some time, and so he got like he got injured too. So it was all really spooky, and I don't know. There was like a point in time to where I was like on like a rock that was like sloped. Like I was trying to go up like up a slope, and then I tried to run up it, but I didn't have enough momentum, so I ended up just laying flat on the slope, and I don't have any footholds, and I look back down, and I just see like more slope, and I'm like, man, that's a really long slide. I don't think I would have like particularly died if I like slid down, but it wouldn't have been pleasant. Uh, but yeah, no, it was certainly spooky. I think if I were more prepared, I would have been fine, but I just wasn't. I don't know. It was spooky. Like some other like what like one of the other guys like straight up almost died. Oh, that's always fun things to think about. Got to see someone do like a 270 like I guess knees into a rock, or I guess like the side of her leg went into a rock and then her head like banged into the rock while we were like improv like I don't know whether it's called rappelling or just like the thing with the rope where you hold the rope and you walk down like the slope surface. But that's not like super important. But it was like a pretty. It was fun, but it was also kind of spooky. But nature was cool. It was nice to kind of go out and just like hang out again. Um, I don't know. Like it was like at Clue's place. Like Khan came over a few times. We like played like a bunch of different board games because like one of their friends like gave them like a whole arsenal of board games. So that was pretty nifty. I played like what like photosynthesis, root, century. Um, trying to think of other. Oh, there's like some Takanoko. Yeah, yeah, lots of different like board games and stuff. So that was pretty cool. I don't know. All in all, it was just kind of. I guess it was reminiscent to last year, just with like the bonus extra of like, hey, I get to see my dad too. Um, and I guess about like half a week ago, we made our way over into town. So now we're back. And it really kind of feels like I didn't really even leave. Kind of feels like the past month pretty much was just like some pipe dream where I kind of like saw a bunch of people, and now I'm back here, and everything's about the same, right? I guess like there's still a lot of things to do. There's still a lot of stuff to work on. I gotta like figure things out. I don't feel too bad saying this though, I guess, because it shows some level of consistency. I'm not particularly worried. I just need to get back into the rhythm. I feel like there's a lot of stuff to do. It's just it's just strange, you know, like was the past month even real? Like whenever I was like there, it felt like an eternity in the sense that like in a good way, not like in a oh I just can't wait to go back. It was just kind of like it feels like strictly different. I don't know. Like it's kind of like one of those moments to where I guess like what elementary school me or in middle school me, maybe even high school me would have like these like I guess no, yeah, me and all at all times when I was in like regular I guess schooling, right, would have these like crazy dreams like after like school ended about going to school and like seeing people, right? But I guess like as the time went on, it went from that to like, oh, missing assignment, Japanese. I never took Japanese. Right? Like, why is that there? So it would kind of, but it was still just like not believing that like the thing had ended, right? I'd been in the rhythm for so long, but like I got broken out of it. Whereas I guess like I don't think I had any like dreams about candidacy. After candidacy, I didn't have any dreams about like being on campus or like doing any of these things. I think a lot of my dreams were just kind of just there. I don't really think I remember them too much, right? They weren't particularly notable, which is strange. I don't think that's happened before. Maybe I'm just getting older. Maybe it's a sign of a different paradigm. Well, I guess that maybe that's like the same thing or effectively the same thing. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like any particular other really relevant stuff. Oh, the I guess I went bowling with the fish gang. That was pretty sick. I won a game somehow. Uh, oh yeah, I spent like the New Year's party. Oh dude, like the New Year's party at like so Clues is like parents like know a bunch of other people due to like the network of people, I guess. Like so like what the it's like some kind of temple thing or like some I don't know. So basically, like they just kind of went to some like New Year's party, right? And I just kind of tagged along this time because it was like happening a bit later. I think like last New Year's, so I just kind of like stayed at Clue's place and played like Celeste for the first time with like Clues and Con watching, and then we were watching Clues play Hollow Knight for the first time. But I guess this time it was like going to like that place and just like hanging out with the people there, and I don't know anyone, right? It's just kind of like everyone else pretty much like knows each other through like the temple and like all the activities and all that stuff. I don't know any of these guys, and the kids all know each other because like they've all been to the temple and stuff. It's like, man. So I was like, I feel like in the perfect age range to where I was just old enough to where I couldn't like fully interact with like the kids in the sense that it was just kind of I know the memes. It's like, yeah, I'm like Unk, and it's like, okay, I got him to smile, but like besides that, what the hell do we talk about? But then with the adults, it's kind of like they're talking about like adulting things, like, oh yeah, you know, I have my house. Oh yeah, I gotta like fix the car. And it's kind of like, imagine. um, so yeah, it was pretty strange, and a bunch of people knew my name, I guess, because like they told us like, oh yeah, this guy's like coming over, right? So like this is his name. He's like a graduate student. Stuff like, oh, you go to like so and so. Like, oh, so you study physics? Well, that must be like very serious and stuff. And it's like, yeah, oh yeah, like this guy. This guy. I was talking with this guy, and he's like in health or something, and he introduces me to like his son, who's in like eighth grade. And he's like, yeah, I want to like study physics. It's like, all right, what have you done so far? And it's like, you know, I'm like watching like some. Really like watching these like science videos and stuff. You know, like Kursuke Saga and all that. And it's like, oh hey, this guy just kind of just like me whenever I was like back in middle school. But it's also like shit, what am I supposed to tell him? Like, because I don't know, I guess like what middle school me was a bit somewhat far ahead in like math and stuff, and I guess I was probably a bit more set on doing this and was a bit more willing. I guess like his path is a bit different. Maybe the high school has changed like how they do things, right? So it's just kind of like I don't really know what to tell this guy. And this is kind of weird, right? Like, I don't know. I don't really know what's going on. I'm just some guy. Why am I given spotlight? You know. So that was kind of that was a pretty weird interaction. I guess I feel like I should be able to do a better job. Not really sure what that means. I guess like possibly or quote unquote give better advice, which maybe just means that I need to say the same thing but more confidently. um, I don't know. It's just it was one of those ones. I guess the reminders of like, I'm like not a kid anymore, not an adult, but still certainly not a kid, right? Because like it's a different world now. But maybe this is just like the weird academic, like hyperbolic time chamber thing, or like the weird separate, like time passes differently, like whenever you're an academic, because like you never actually work. And I don't know. Yeah, that was strange. They also like, dude, I gotta. And in the photo, you just probably see one Chinese guy in a sea of like Indians or Indian subcontinent like people. It's like, yeah, okay. I wonder what that guy's doing there. I wonder how he showed up. Um, but yeah, no, that was an interesting occasion. I guess talking to people outside of academia. Oh, dude, this one guy. Oh man, this one guy who's like also working like in health or something. He was telling me about how it's like, oh yeah, like China's trying to make like an artificial sun, and so like I look at clues and I'm like, can you like look this up on your phone? It's just like they're making a fusion reactor. It's like, bro, dude, what do you mean artificial sun? What? Oh my god. Uh, I don't know. I guess it's like always nice to I guess step outside of the bubble and see what's going on, right? Because I guess right now, now that I'm back, it's just kind of all like if I work with people, we're probably like all at least like relatively beyond like the world of pop sci. Um, yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't really. Man, I was like thinking so many nice thoughts, or like so many like, oh, dude, look, I'm being so deep and so reflective and introspective when I was walking back from the office, just like about a little over like 90 minutes ago. But yeah, I guess I lost that like window of being in like deep thought. I guess I made a not like a New Year's resolution. I guess it's like it was made on New Year's, so I guess it's a New Year's resolution. I'm not really someone to make New Year's resolutions. It's just kind of like, well, this year my goal for this channel is to upload 32 videos. I want 30 of the videos to be like these weird vloggy videos, and then two of these videos to be like more refined productions of sorts. Either going to write like a script beforehand. I'm not really sure what to do because I feel like I'll be too pretentious about it, or it'll be too like weird performative-y like stuff in a way that's not good. I don't know. I just have to sit down and put my mind to it, I guess. Um, so yeah, I guess like that's one of the goals for the channel this year. I hope I can keep that going on. It's weird to think that the channel's existed for 9 months now, and 3 months like around March or so. Like we'll have the preface video will be a year old. That's really weird to think about because I haven't really felt the change, right? It's been adiabatic in the sense that the system just gradually evolves over time, and you blink and you miss it. Um, yeah, it's just kind of one of those ones. Welcome back, I guess. I don't really know what to do. Or no, I do know what to do. I just need to sit down and do things. I have the proposal to write. I have all this like coding stuff for like the astronomers that I want to work on. Um, I have like the channel that I want to work on. I have these other projects, or do I have other projects? Don't let's not lie. I guess I have like a few. Like I just want to clean up the place and make the place look a little bit nicer, right? Although I don't really think I'll be having people over beyond like what Moon in Arizona. Um, I don't know. It's New Year. We're back after another cycle. What will change? I mean, Prof has been telling me a lot about how this year is supposed to be the year where I supposedly write a paper, like just full on like first author a paper. That's pretty scary, and maybe even go to a conference. And that's it. Still seems like I'm very far away, right? My goals over the break were to get back at the code, resolve the technical debt, and like do all this stuff like for like the coding for astronomers, and I did barely anything of the coding for astronomers, and I didn't even bother to resolve the technical debt. I was just spending all my time, I guess, just with friends, with my dad, and it was nice. It was great. It was just kind of like the wow. I guess like time really does fly by, and I wish I could have this more often. But at the same time, I also am somehow glad that I'm back here because I do like doing this. It's just it's just really weird. I guess the two worlds are very detached, and it's some balance that's required. I don't really know. Um, I just have to figure things out, and or maybe not think too hard. Maybe the issue is that I'm like overthinking this too hard, and I just need to tackle what's in front of me. Right, the more time I spend like thinking about it, the more mind games that happen, and I'll just get like too wrapped up in it all, and I'll forget about it. I want to. I was meeting with like talking to like an undergrad guy who like I threw math at in freshman year, and he's like a junior now, and I was telling him about like how my goal is to, or like not a goal, I guess one of my principles that I'm trying to hold myself to recently is to bait less, right? To say less of like I'm gonna go do things and then like not do them. So at the very least, I should like set lower expectations, or if I like say things, and I should like really put myself to them. Well, I don't know. It's kind of a bit scrambled all over the place. At least I'm not like as hectic as I was previously. Although I suppose I will be in like a week or two. So yeah, welcome back. Happy New Year, I guess. Happy Merry Christmas. And well, future me, I guess I'll see you next time.